The Nintendo Switch OLED model is a lovely device that, despite all its improvements, is hard to recommend to anyone that already has a regular Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch Lite. Is there a significant difference between the OLED and the earlier Nintendo Switch consoles? Yes, absolutely. Is that difference significant enough to warrant spending hundreds of dollars to own a new version of a console you already have? Probably not. The most obvious difference with the OLED model is in the name, the OLED Screen. It's a stark improvement over the previous screens on Nintendo Switch consoles, both bigger and brighter, and completely irrelevant if you're the kind of person that just drops the thing into its dock to play on a television. But that all changes when you're playing the thing as a handheld. The OLED screen is brighter and colors are more vibrant. In general, it's just easier to use as a better screen improves the entire experience across the board, and it helps that it's actually bigger in terms of overall size than on the other Nintendo Switch models. The OLED dock as compared to the original has the Nintendo Switch sit slightly deeper into its groove, and the back cover actually pops off rather than opening and closing with a hinge. The OLED dock also boasts a LAN port, dropping one of the USB ports from the back of the model, and a sleek semicircle opening on the back cover to pass cables through. But beyond the screen, it's actually the new stand that is most appealing about the OLED model. Rather than the flimsy kickstand of the original Nintendo Switch, the OLED model opts instead for a full-length stand across the entire lower half of the console that is easy to open but holds the weight of the console well. The new stand solves virtually all of the problems of the old. It's wide enough that I've never experienced it falling over or being finicky about how it's placed, and the way it opens up and supports itself allows for a variety of different angles with no problem whatsoever. A number of the buttons and accents on the OLED model have received a facelift as well, though it's difficult to say whether they are improvements or it's simply different. Sadly, the Joy-Con controllers appear to be the same as before, which is to say prone to drifting. I've not experienced any of that myself, but Nintendo previously came right out and confirmed that there was no significant update to them. The Nintendo Switch OLED model is a perfectly fine example of an incremental upgrade. It's better than what came before, but not so significantly better as to make it an immediate purchase for those folks that already have what came before. And if people are looking to mostly play a Nintendo Switch docked and hooked into a television, the base model is $50 cheaper and certainly worth looking into. But if they're looking to play largely as a handheld or simply dipping their toe into the latest generation of Nintendo consoles for the first time, there's technically no better version than this one. For Comicbook.com, it's me, Roland Bishop.